Is my boyfriend in love with his ex-stepdaughter? My BF has a very questionable relationship with his ex-stepdaughter. She comes first and they see each other more than I see him. He spends all his extra dollar time. And they have a weekly lunch date. Her bio parents are in her life and her mother, his ex-wife, even asked my BF if they were more than friends. He didn't raise her from a small child. She was 16 when he married her mother. They weren't close then, but for the past 2 years they are now best friends. He doesn't have any biological children of his own, and I don't know if that's why he's so overly close with her. Should I just break this off? She's 28 years old and we have to plan our dates around her work schedule. He takes her and picks her up from work every day. She doesn't have a car and apparently there's no one else that can give her rides. She's a waitress, so she works evenings. Last Saturday, he took her to my absolute favorite seafood place for their weekly lunch date. No invite for me. Just pics on social media of the two of them having a great time. A few days ago, he mistakenly called me by her name when saying goodnight over the phone. I called him out on it and he said he didn't call me by her name. My friends tell me to give him an ultimatum and just to run. Is this a lost cause? I'm ready to break up. Am I being mean? Because he may really consider her his daughter since he doesn't have bio children. What do I do next? So this reminds me of one of my friends from high school. She was 16. Her mother remarried a younger man. And her and stepdad were uncomfortably close. Even my mother had picked up on it and was uncomfortable. But it wasn't anything that technically was wrong. They just acted like very close friends. 10 years or so later I found her on Facebook. She and him were married and she had his child. Shortly after the kid was born, she completely vanished off social media. Who knows what happened? I am usually optimistic, positive, but this is weird. Like really weird. Her mother, his ex-wife, even asked my BF if they were more than friends. This alone is concerning, but the good thing is that you found out now. You guys are just dating. And you can disappear. He spends all his extra dollar time. And they have a weekly lunch date. He didn't raise her from a small child. She was 16 when he married her mother. They weren't close then, but for the past 2 years they are now best friends. Well, this sounds odd. I would just break up if I were you. Don't bother with ultimatums. I feel creepy reading your post. Girl, cut and run. There are so many red flags here, I don't know where to start. My only advice is trust your gut. You feel something is wrong. Listen to it. And no point investing more in a relationship where you are a third wheel, even if nothing sexual is going on between them. Just you. Leave this mess and don't look back. That whole scenario is just completely bizarre. I wouldn't even bother with an ultimatum, I'd just skip out of that twilight zone altogether. If the girl's own mother is suspicious, then I'd say there's more to this than meets the eye. I wonder if he's with you as a smokescreen because he knows their relationship is questionable. He may well have groomed her. Why did him and her mother break up? I don't think you will ever be number one while she's on the scene, so I'd leave. You don't want to spend the rest of your life being sidelined, ignored and called by his stepdaughter's name. WTF? That is so creepy. You sound like you want to end the relationship, and that's honestly exactly what you should do. I don't think it's worth even trying figure this situation out. It would be weird if you always had to plan your dates around even his actual 28-year-old daughter's work schedule, so it's even more weird that he's doing that for somebody that's not his daughter. It's not even about biological or not. He didn't raise her. Skip the ultimatum and just run. Does it matter if there is more to it? Everyone's got their theories on what they are. No one really knows if it's innocent other than him. But it's okay not to want to get into a relationship with someone that doesn't want to make you a priority. It sounds like you two aren't on the same page about what you want a relationship to look like. And that's reason enough to try to figure it out or to walk away. Yep, that's way over the line. Pretty sick. He probably groomed her. Her own mother thinks it's weird. I think it's beyond weird. I wouldn't want to be with anyone who made me plan my life around someone else's work schedule all the time. If he's spending all of his extra money and time on her, why are you sticking around to be in distant second place? WTF did I just read? Run. That's a lost cause if I've seen one. Just run. This dude is lost. This is just hinky. If this were any other 28-year-old woman, what would you think? Yes. You're right. And that's what's going on here. Yeah, this dude is more into his stepdaughter. This is weird and gross. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Run, run, run. I wish you had focused more on the feedback from the family. A lot of these are not super insane examples, but if they made that comment, I'm curious if hear more about it. Gag. So creepy. Run away. You have boundaries and he has crossed them. IDK if this is unhealthy or not, or if you are overreacting, but what you think is what matters. If you don't like it, then tell him and ask for some boundaries. If he can't meet you where you are at, then it's time to hit the road. Sounds sketch, but even if there isn't anything going on, he sounds like he is being a shitty boyfriend. That's grounds to break up anyways. All these red flags, you're still searching for a green flag at this point? Why can't I find any woman this understanding? Lol. Rhetorical. I'm not actual searching at the moment.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.